Hello and welcome back to Real Talk on CUTV. Like always, I'm Stephen Ruffing, and alongside me, Mike. You got Mike Mays here. I got a little lip action on that. But we're gonna get right into this show, and so what we're gonna be talking about first here is new movie coming out.
It's out right now. Out for a week.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, out for a week.
Okay.
So,
out for a week.
Out for a week.
My B. But it's a little different, changing the game up a bit. It's in third person.
First person.
Or third person.
Third
oh my
person.
gosh,
How would that work?
My head's always, well, it's always in third person.
It's always third person, yeah.
But it's in first person, so it's like kind of like a live action movie. But we have the teaser trailer for you here, so we're gonna run that.
Change your channel. Hardcore Henry.
Now, Mike, they're completely kind of like revolutionizing the style of movies. Like, I mean, in reality, it's what there's nothing that you could really. There's nothing too complicated about this kind of movies. I mean, just you need one shot, and that's the third person. How do you feel about this changing? Like, it's just such a, it's like it's a video game, but you're like watching it, I guess.
You have like those found footage films with like the shaky cam and everything.
Yeah.
And this just takes it to a whole new level, having all like the fighting scenes and everything on there. I know we were talking about this before. They did a little bit in the movie with The Rock and the Doom.
Doom, yeah.
At the end of it, but this movie, I think all the action. I'm not the whole movie, but I was reading like all the action scenes with he's in it.
Right.
It's first person. So I mean, I think it looks cool, but as far as the whole thing, I was reading that the story for the reviews for it, the story wasn't really there.
Right.
But what makes the movie is
the third person.
The first person.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing it. But no, that first person is. I don't know if like you said if the whole movie's in first person, but
all his fighting scenes are shown in the first person.
I could take that. I mean, if the whole movie is in
like that.
First person. Yeah. Like that's shaking. It's like people get nauseous from the shaky cameras.
Yeah.
But this takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's just what do you think about it? I just don't know. I mean, do you like it? Do you not?
I go see it just because it's in that first film. I think most people went to go see it because the views of it. I think I like a 3 out of 5. I think it was.
I mean, which isn't awful.
This isn't awful. This is okay. I mean,
yeah.
But I think they're going to see it for that first person view of it, and then like the plot is like okay. If it wasn't in first person, I mean, it would be like in average movie that you forget about. But that's
exactly.
Just making it up there.
And that's what it comes down to. I mean, they're probably not focusing on the plot at all.
Yeah.
They want to make as many explosions. They want to shoot as many guns. They want to have as much action scenes as possible in this first person because it's a new creative way. Like he said, I think there was a Resident Evil movie that had some first person in it. Doom had the first person.
Imagine seeing this in IMAX.
See, that would be absolutely insane.
That would be absolutely insane.
They're just completely taking this whole
I know,
new
like imagine seeing this
of movies.
That would be awesome. I would go see this in IMAX.
Yeah, I definitely would plan on seeing it. But anyway, I mean, really cool. I mean, if you didn't see the trailer, I'd go watch it. Advise you guys to watch it. Looks pretty cool. New concept, like you're playing a video game. Like you said, it was like an action movie and Call of Duty combined into one. But anyway, what we're gonna move on to is a week from today was probably the biggest cliffhanger in television history.
Yeah, one of the biggest ones. Yeah.
Now you watch Walking Dead. I don't. I mean, tell our wonderful fans out
the
there
biggest thing,
what they missed.
Yeah, in the comics and the show thing was Negan and his arrival to the show. And they were Walking Dead. I mean, AMC was playing this up to me like it's gonna be like one of the moments you don't want to miss. Like it's gonna be like huge event of things. This whole Negan coming to the show and everything. And in the comics, you already know he kills someone. In the comics, is Glenn. The big thing is who does he kill in the show?
Right.
And then They set everything up. They had a little dialogue. And the dialogue, I hate it because in the comics, I know they can't really do the curse that all the cursing does in the comics on TV, but
Like
the
you were reading. I'm sorry to interrupt, but like he said about the curse words. I mean, there's F words. Like
yeah, he says
I mean,
the F word a lot.
I mean, the hard C word. Like I saw.
Yeah,
and
he does.
That is stuff that you just can't have on
Yeah.
TV, even if they like bleeped it out, which they don't usually on those kind of shows.
Yeah,
It's just.
I mean,
but
he said that he said smaller curse words on it, but not
that are allowed.
Yeah, that are allowed.
That are allowed to slide.
Yeah, but well, the whole thing is they go and he have them all lined up, all the characters lined up, and then when it's time for him to kill the person, you don't see it.
Yeah.
It's shot in first
person. Right.
Yeah, they go on TV doing it.
Yeah, how perfect.
How
that we
perfect.
should
They
have
shot in
talked
first
about
person, so you actually just see like the blood run down the face and this and
Yeah.
that, and then it cuts to black, and you just hear the smashing in. So you gotta wait till next season to
find out.
Find out who dies.
Which see, I'm just gonna jump in here. I don't watch The Walking Dead. You know, I said I'd watch it when Negan comes because friends back home, they talk about The Walking Dead all the time, and I remember they were talking about Negan. They were telling me when they were reading the part when he comes in, and I said, "This dude's awesome. I'm gonna watch when he comes on." I didn't watch the finale, but I actually was down here with you. It was we were filming Real Talk, but a lot of people don't like the cliffhanger. I mean, there's petitions going around.
The petition to get them to reveal who he killed.
Yeah, why? I mean, which is not going to happen. That's not gonna happen. But I mean, you just see how people hate this cliffhanger. I love it. I love what they did.
I love cliffhanger. I hate this. I hate their justification for this cliffhanger.
Right. But it's just how they did it. I did end up watching the clip for it. I mean, how they put it in first person, and just the way they did it, and I think that really sums up like The Walking Dead. Like they did it so perfectly. That is a brilliant director's choice to do that. Because do you know how many viewers are going to be back? Yeah. How many returning viewers?
I know, that's why people saying the whole thing was just like a gimmick just to get the viewers back for the next season.
Right.
Because, once they kill off the main
once
two
they
people,
kill off, no one's
it was
gonna
Daryl or Glenn.
Yeah.
I mean, that could hurt their
ratings tremendously. I mean,
yeah, so I mean, if they say the next season, you guarantee views for at least the first episode.
Yeah, for at least the first episode, and hopefully they'll make that episode good. But yeah, and that's the big thing. And just I don't. What am I trying to say here? When they killed him, when they find out who that person is that died, and they wouldn't come back. Just like you said. But all those people that are signing this petition, they're going to watch that first episode.
They're going to watch that petition.
I don't care who you are, what you say. People who don't even watch The Walking Dead. I mean, this is getting so much publicity that myself haven't watched Walking Dead since season 1, a little bit of season 2, and I'm going to tune in. So, I mean, it's just brilliantly done by the directors and the writers and the producers and everyone a part of that.
My thing was... I mean, I like the Walking Dead. I like the Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who plays the guy Negan, was amazing. Amazing at the character Negan. One thing was their justification of the way they shot that way. It was because the killing of the person starts a new chapter of the story. Like that,
right.
You finding out who dies. That's like the new chapter of the show. And my thing is, I disagree with that. I think the killing, whoever dies in the comics is good. I mean, the killing of that person. And then that changed the whole mindset of the character. I think that once you find out who dies in the comics, and once you find out who kills, that starts the new chapter of the show.
Right.
Not like finding out, because you're like leaving off a plot, kind of. I know it's a cliffhanger, but still, I think the thing is, you should find out who killed the person, because I think that ends the chapter of like in the section of the show, and then the aftermath of that should be the show.
I completely get what you're saying, but we're gonna wrap this segment up, and like usual, when I'm on the set, we have to do something. Someone's always hiding their phone. I don't know who it is. Mike doesn't know who it is. I actually do know who it is. But this week, it is, Mike,
who is it?
You should have guessed it. Steve Buscemi was in the Ficus. Of course he was. Why? I don't know. Steve, get out of our Ficus. Come on, get out of here. All right, well, stick with us here on Real Talk.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
Welcome back to Real Talk. Stephen Ruffing, Mike Mays, and we're going to get into this next segment. And Mike, there's every year or every few years, there's an actor.
Mostly, it's usually every year. You got that one actor.
Yeah, but this time it's been going on for a few years now, especially. But there's the one actor that gets overused. They're in movie after movie after movie. They get big, and Hollywood just runs with it. And it seems like these past few years, it's been Kevin Hart. I mean, he's it. He has that it factor. And there's from 2015 to 2014, he's been in like countless movies. And now, like, do you think they're trying too hard with him?
I think it's because he's in these easy to make comedy movies. They probably push out these scripts in like what, a month. They probably make these scripts out. Before it's so easy to make and shoot because it's a comedy movie. I mean,
yeah. And I mean, what are you writing? You're basically just taking a movie that he was just in and changing what he says.
It's like when these actors are first starting to get their buzz, they do this. They push out like 3 or 4 of the same type of movies. They push them out there, get it to the box office. I mean, they're probably not hurting their pockets.
Right. I mean it's
because so it's cheap to make. It's not like no big special effects to these movies.
Yeah,
so
because
you're going to make a profit off of it. It's
right.
Not a movie you go see for like the plot or anything. Just a movie to get
a good laugh.
Yeah, to get a good laugh.
What not better than Kevin Hart? I mean, he's funny. He really is, but his movie humor I don't think is funny really that much.
I mean, some of the movies like Ride Along the First, that was funny, but then some of them it's
what
like
movie?
Ride Along.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ride
that
Along
was funny, but then some of them I'm just like some of the jokes don't land for me.
Right.
I mean, it's not funny as his stand up.
Get Hard, I liked mostly because Will Ferrell was in it. I think anybody can make Will Ferrell funny, and I'm truly not bashing on Kevin Hart, but some of the movies that he does are just so redundant, and I don't know what these people are trying to do, like the directors are trying to do, but since 2014, he's been putting out 3 or 4 movies each year, and a movie takes a long time to write, film, record, everything. And these movies can't be complicated, just like you said.
It's same thing like with Melissa McCarthy. She was in.
Right.
She was doing it too. She was putting out the same.
Well, she's currently
in one.
now.
Yeah, I mean,
like
putting out the same comedy movie, but you could tell it's when they spend more time on it. And now there's like Tammy.
Oh God!
I thought it was horrible. I'm sorry.
I mean,
the Heat. She had the Heat, which I thought was okay.
Good, yeah. Good.
He was okay. I mean, I forgot the other ones that she
Spy.
was in.
There's
Spy. I didn't see Spy. It looked okay. I mean,
yeah, I liked it.
Was it
yeah,
good?
I liked it. It was funny.
Okay.
But then there was Bridesmaids, which she had that. I think that's where it started off. It was kind of like Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover.
Yeah, she got the small role thing, and you kill that role, and then he wanted to just over.
Right, and that second Hangover, Hangover 2, I mean, they completely centered that around Alan.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, ridiculously.
Yeah.
They try to give him, like, the most one-liners in the history of filmmaking. Like, they'll be having a conversation, and Alan will just, like, shoot out a one-liner. And it's just like, why was that there? So Hollywood really tries to take advantage of these movies. And if we go on Zach Galifianakis, he was getting there, but he actually made good movies. Like, he actually made funny movies. He's up there with those actors that I could laugh at anything he says.
I know.
Like, but then I'm kind of contradicting myself with saying Hangover 2 was not funny, but it was
Hangover
funny.
2, the movie in general. No, I think there's parts in the movie.
Yeah,
that's funny. I mean,
yeah, that they really tried to.
yeah, like parts in the movie that are funny, but overall, I think the movie was
Right, and then they came out with a third one, which
I didn't even attempt to watch.
I
I didn't even attempt to watch.
It was different. It was
different.
Way different than the first and second one, and I thought it was really funny because
Oh.
they stopped centering it on Alan. They kind of centered around the little Asian guy. What's his name?
I forget his name.
I forget his name, but,
But,
super
yeah.
funny in the movie. But let's go back to Melissa McCarthy. I think out of the three, if we want to throw Zach Galifianakis in this mix of of Hollywood taking an actor and just rolling with it, he's probably the lesser of the three. I mean, I just brought him up.
I mean, Captain Higo, remember her? She was big,
Yeah.
and then she went nowhere. I mean, you
Yeah.
hear nothing about it today, but back in like 2012, she was in like the what's that movie called? But the family dies and they take over the baby with Josh Duhamel.
I don't know. I can't say I saw it.
What's it called? Life as We Knew It.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you had The Ugly Truth. Have you seen that?
Oh,
with,
yeah,
Gerard
yeah,
Butler.
with Gerard Butler.
And then
Gerard Butler, another one
Yeah,
that
he was in there. Like when they first get that buzz.
they get that click.
Yeah, that
and,
yeah.
and-
And they usually like 3 or 4 movies in
Right.
that year. They do like the same type genre movie and then go on. Well, Captain Higo, she just fell off completely.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler kind of did too. I mean, he didn't have. I mean, I love Gerard Butler, but
I do too.
He just have had like no big.
But can you say, is any of your favorite movies out there with Gerard Butler? I mean, he's a good actor, but you don't have that. He doesn't have that one movie where you're like,
Oh
that
yeah,
movie was
okay.
awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no, okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
but he
Yeah,
again,
he
he's a
puts
good
out
actor.
good movies, like good, but it won't
Right.
be like, oh my, this movie was like that. It was like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
film was good, the writing was good. No, yeah,
Yeah,
it was
it
like
was pretty bad.
Movies like you like push out to get. Like,
Right. And
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I
you know what I mean?
completely.
I'm not hating on the movies. I mean,
No,
the movies
no,
are
definitely
good.
not hating on the movies. Just kind of pointing fingers at Hollywood. I know they need to make their buck, but
but
I mean, it could go.
you're like
back-
overusing the actor, and then they're what makes the reason that you liking that actor gets played out.
right.
Like with who was it, Captain Higo? I mean, the movie was great. I love that movie, but then you overusing the same comedy like with Melissa McCarthy, overusing her same
Yeah.
style of comedy.
Exactly.
Her same style, but you're overusing it, and then it gets kind of played out. And then they go on to the next actor. They do that a lot.
Yeah, they constantly do it, and that's how they make their buck. But just to end on Melissa McCarthy, we're going to be talking about
Her in
The
the
Boss
next- yeah, the
that
next
just
segment.
come out. And another one, like this movie looks horrendous. I think this might be one of her worst movies that ever come out. It
Which I'm
looks-
surprised. Once you find out what's happening in the next segment, I'm surprised that it.
Oh,
it-
yeah,
it
once
does.
we-
once we explain this, I mean, but
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I didn't even attempt to watch Tammy.
Mm-hmm.
That movie looked god awful. Like I can't believe that that movie even got passed to be made.
that's like that script had to take no more than a month
yeah.
to make. I mean,
He probably
really.
had children
I
writing
know.
that
I mean,
script.
but I mean,
Oh, come on. But this new the Boss coming out, I think it's going to be along the lines with Tammy. And then Kevin Hart, just to go rewind and go back to him, his movies I watch because, I don't know, I guess I still kind of find him funny.
he's funny as a person, but then
Right.
the roles that they're writing him into aren't just nice.
Yeah, they're just not.
They're
they
writing
don't
his roles
stand-
rather than. I wonder if he writes his jokes for the movie or does someone else write them because.
Probably because I could see him writing because it's the same actor. I mean,
Or-
it's the same character. Every single one. It's like this, like scared little
Yeah.
man.
And it's
like,
going back to like how Hollywood has no like original movies.
Exactly.
Unless it's a comedy.
They don't have
which
any-
is easier to make.
They have no original ideas, and a comedy you could easily do that.
Push
but-
out original comedy than
Yeah.
versus the
the
versus like
remakes and the
action
sequel.
or a horror movie.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
like
So,
that.
but like I said, we're going to be talking about Melissa McCarthy, the movie The Boss, in the next segment, right after this commercial break. So stick with us here on Real Talk.
First published in the 1880s, the California Times is the oldest student media at California University. Circulating 3,000 issues weekly on campus and in the surrounding community, the Times' mission is to deliver fair and balanced news to the student population of California University. All students are welcome to be a part of the California Times. Our offices are located in the Natali Student Union. Keep up to date with the Times online at www.caltimes.org, Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
Welcome back to Real Talk. I'm Steve Buscemi. Alongside me is Mike Mays. And like we said, we're going to talk about the
Weekend
more,
box office.
We're going to get back to the weekend box office. And did you have the actual?
Oh no!
Okay,
Just
I didn't know if
the
you
main
wanted
part
to-
of it is the first two picked, The Boss and Batman vs Superman, because number one this weekend was The Boss, a comedy which beat out Batman vs Superman. But it's not surprising. Batman vs Superman has only been on the top of the box office for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks, and now it's second, and a comedy beat it out. But you
Yeah.
you usually don't really see like a comedy
Beating out a big,
action-packed movie. I mean,
Yeah.
the price to make Batman vs Superman is probably way less. I mean, way
more than
more than
The
it takes to
Boss.
make The Boss. I mean, so
Yeah, and
yeah,
I mean, just how highly anticipated this Batman vs Superman movie was.
and then you get beaten out on your third week at the
Yeah,
I mean, usually
by The Boss. Like we just talked, like this cheesy, like it just looks god awful. I just don't even know how. I mean, this box office is just surprising me. This is Kung Fu Panda 3
I know,
all
oh
over
my-
again. The Boss is gonna hold that title.
is The Boss just that good, or is Batman vs Superman just that bad?
I'm gonna go with Batman vs Superman is just that bad because last time we talked about the box office, I said people were gonna be rushing that first weekend it comes out,
And then
it's
it-
gonna be at the top, and then
the
people are gonna realize.
Second week it was at the top still, but it dropped like 60%.
Yeah, and people are gonna realize,
Yeah.
hey, like this isn't that good. This isn't what we thought it was gonna be because just ever since it's been out, I just hear more and more people say how
Yeah.
just disappointed they were. Really,
See, I was shocked when I saw it number one, The Boss being number one. And I was like, okay. I started looking at the reviews. I getting like okay reviews, so but I might actually go see it just because it made number one. I mean, it's number one, so a lot of people had to go see it.
right?
Go
and-
see the movie. So, I mean, I'll give it a chance just because it hitting that number one spot.
yeah, and I think you kind of have to.
I mean, from the commercial parts of it, I was laughing at commercial parts of it looked funny, but I hope that's not just all the funny moments of the movie.
Of what
packed in.
the boss?
Yeah, all the funny moments of the movie. packed in,
I'm thinking that you're talking about Batman vs Superman.
Oh,
You're like,
no.
oh, I see these. They show these funny parts. And I'm like, wait.
Just take the funny parts in the commercials, and I hope that they just push all the funny moments in the movies in the commercial in the trailer for the movie.
which they probably did, and I don't know. I just
Usually it's hit or miss with these comedies. I mean,
Yeah.
you got their moments, but I'm
But
hoping it
it's
does
just-
well.
this Batman vs Superman got so much publicity and so much air. I don't know. They just had so much advertisements on it, and
And
it's
then
like
I didn't hear about the boss until like a month before, or maybe even 2 weeks before it came
yeah.
out.
I mean,
and
it's
then Batman vs Superman. You heard about that for like
ever like you
since
heard
last year. You were talking about Batman vs Superman.
when Batman vs Superman was in the progress of being made, written, they're getting the characters. You heard about Batman vs Superman when Ben Affleck was getting chosen to play Batman.
Yeah.
That's when you heard about Batman vs Superman. When did you hear about The Boss?
Like
you don't say oh,
I'm
did you
going
hear
to
about this movie they're
Boss
writing
that coming
with
out in
Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah.
Come
I'm not
on.
hating on Melissa McCarthy. I love her.
No,
think
I
she's
love her
funny.
to death. She's
I mean,
awesome.
It's just like, come on.
But I mean, you have a movie.
I mean,
with,
hey, good job for you. I mean, making a top box.
yeah, I mean,
This
it
is-
must have been funny.
It must have been funny. I mean, you're the top of the box office, but then
I mean, there's only one thing that could make either of those movies better. Like one character, one actor, and that's it. All you needed was a little Steve Buscemi, and that's how you get to the top of the box office. So, I mean, take some advice. Take my advice. Get some
as far
Steve Buscemi in there.
DC, and you see the movie Batman vs Superman dropping in the box office.
Yep.
Do you think you should go ahead with the solo Batman movie with Ben Affleck because he did good? I heard that he did really good.
I think so.
Go
I
ahead. Do you
mean-
go ahead with that solo Batman
Oh
movie?
man, I'm all tangled up here, Mike. There we go. Sorry about that, Rye Guy. But
Do you go ahead with that solo Batman movie or
or
not?
I think so.
You would?
Because I mean, everyone's saying how well Ben Affleck did.
Mm-hmm.
So I say go for it. Don't make another individual Superman movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen how the history with those. I mean, what this is the same Superman like for Man of Steel,
Yeah,
right?
same Superman. Yeah.
Did you see Man of Steel?
I saw him. I thought Man of Steel was good compared to the last Superman movie, but it's also hard to make a Superman movie because his powers are just so basic, like super strength,
Yeah.
heat vision. I mean, that's about it. That's
because Superman is your
yeah,
stereotypical superhero.
stereotypical superhero. So it's kind of hard to make a movie and actually a good one. So I thought it compared to Superman Returns that came out in like 2008. This was
Yeah.
great. So
Then there was Christopher Reeves too,
yeah,
right? The one that got paralyzed from.
yeah,
like,
oh, it's him that one. Yeah,
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just, I say go for it for the Batman. Batman single
vs.
like the single movie
Yeah.
with Ben Affleck because I really truly think he'd make a good Batman, a good Bruce. When you're playing a Batman, you're playing two parts. You're playing Bruce Wayne
and
you're
then-
playing Batman. And I think that Christian Bale did a good Bruce Wayne, but not so good
Yeah.
Batman.
Okay. Next week box office. Where do you think Batman vs Superman? Do you think it's gonna drop?
It's
even
gonna
more?
drop a couple more.
I'll put it. I'll give it 7. I'll say 7.
7. Okay,
7.
I'll go 6. I'll say 6. I'll get
6.
one up. But that's pushing it. But that's all we have here for you on Real Talk. I just want to take another second to plug Twitter real quick. We're Real Talk _CUTV. Follow us. When we get 100 followers, we're giving away a free T-shirt. So jump on that opportunity. Tell your friends about us. And tune in next week for another great episode of Real Talk. I'm Stephen Ruffing with Mike Mace.